Washington, this is VOA News. I'm Tommy McNeil reporting. Hawaii residents shaken up by a false missile alert Saturday are reacting to what has now been confirmed the result of human error. Hawaii Governor David Ige.
I know firsthand that what happened today was totally unacceptable, and many in our community are deeply affected by this, and I'm sorry for that pain and confusion that anyone might have experienced.
Hawaiians described panic when they received the emergency alert Saturday morning on television, radio, email, and mobile devices. Donna McGarry, who spoke with VOA, lives on the island of Wow.
It's still a little bit, a little kind of freaked out. Like how you get that feeling in your stomach when you're scared. But now it just made me think, I wanted to talk to my kids and tell them I love them. That's it.
Just a few weeks ago, Hawaii reinstated its Cold War-era alarm sirens amid growing fears of nuclear aggression by North Korea. The U.S. said Saturday that it has resumed accepting requests to renew grants of deferred action under the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals Program, or DACA. The U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services announcement comes after a judge last week temporarily blocked President Donald Trump's decision to end the program later this year. An agency statement said the people who were previously granted deferred action under DACA may request renewal, but added that the agency is not accepting requests from individuals who were never granted deferred action under DACA. A DACA deferment does give prosecutors discretion on enforcing immigration laws. Find more at voanews.com. This is VOA News. Tunisia says it is planning to increase aid for poor families by $70.3 million after nearly a week of protest over austerity measures. Anger has been growing since price hikes were introduced by the government earlier this month. Iran says it will retaliate for new sanctions imposed by President Trump the day after he signed the nuclear sanctions waiver for what he said was the last time. Reuters' Lucy Fielder.
The U.S. president also reluctantly signed the waiver on nuclear sanctions for what he said was the last time on Friday, giving Washington and its European allies a last chance to fix what he called disastrous flaws in the pact reached under Barack Obama. The new sanctions target 14 Iranian entities and people, including Ayatollah Sadiq Larijani, a close ally of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. They crossed all red lines, Iran's foreign ministry said, and violate international law. But it didn't clarify how Iran might hit back. Trump chased it having to sign the deal again and wants it strengthened with a separate agreement within 120 days to keep Washington in. His conditions include immediate inspections at all sites requested by international experts and making any Iranian missile testing subject to severe sanctions. Iran says its nuclear program is peaceful. Trump's ultimatum puts pressure on European backers of the nuclear deal to satisfy Trump if they want it to hold. One diplomat telling Reuters it would be complicated to save it after this.
Pakistan has denounced as irresponsible remarks by rival India's army chief in which he vowed to expose Pakistan's nuclear bogey in the event of a war between the two rival countries. Pakistan and India have been fought 3 wars since gaining independence from Britain in 1947. The two countries have since equipped their armies with nuclear weapons. Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte said he is not interested in extending his 6-year term or canceling elections next year. He made the statement in an interview with news website Minda News that there will be no suspension of elections and there will be no term extension, especially for me. His term ends in 2022. The president talked with Minda about his vision for a Philippine federal government. He said he envisions a structure along the lines of the French government with a strong president who would be as powerful as the prime minister. An Iranian oil tanker that had been burning and listing on the coast of China for more than a week exploded into a mass of flames Sunday and sank. There was no hope of recovering the bodies of the crew members, according to Mohammed Rastad, a spokesman for the Iranian rescue team. Rescue workers have recovered the bodies of 3 crew members from the Sanji, the oil tanker that collided last week in the East China Sea, with the CF Crystal, which is a Chinese cargo ship. I'm Tommy McNeil in Washington. That's the latest world news from VOA.